Well, the subject of my commentary today is, are you a hoe? Now, what do I mean by hoe? We got to define these things. And so let's look at it. Being a hoe is trying to give yourself something of your body in exchange for some kind of something of value, normally cash, to attain to do something that you want to do but it's not beneficial to you and the partner you're with. Now, let's look at it. Recently I was asked about this from some friends, and we were talking, and we noticed that a lot of these girls on these chat sites and stuff were out there. So we go in there and we do a little bit of chatting. And what happens is this. Hi, how are you? Um, and then you say, hi, what are you doing? What are you looking for? And I'm looking for someone to support me. Oh, you are? Big red flag. Number two, a lot of them will just contact you and say, I need some help. I don't have any money. I'm hungry. I need something to eat. Well, that's the biggest joke that ever was, because a girl can get a free meal anywhere. All you got to do is work it. We know that. We know how it works. And friends all get together, chip in, and eat. Okay, flag number two. Flag number three will always be, my phone broke or something like this. I need that to help so I can talk to you. And then if you do help them, it's typically they just ghost you. So, a lot of these girls, they say, oh, I'm not a hoe. You go up to them, hey, I'll give you so much money if we have sex. No, I'm not a hoe. I'm not a prostitute. I'm not a freelancer. Okay, good. You're a good girl. Yes. And then you get to talking to them, and you go, and she says, if I could take care of you if you take care of me. Right away, they go to that point. I'm willing to have sex with you if you'll just give me money and help me live. Girls, what's a hoe? What's a hoe? You just said you're a hoe right after you said I'm not a hoe. You see, we're not stupid. But here's the big thing that the girls aren't worrying about anymore. They're not trying to develop relationships. They're trying to establish a parasitic relationship where as long as you're providing the money, they're going to be giving you some honey. Prostitution. Clear as simple. Now, a lot of people would equate marriage to that, too. It's a contract, and the woman says, yes, I'll have your children, I'll live you, I'll keep your house, I'll do thick and thin, I'll be able to satisfy you as a man, whatever it takes, it's a contract, and you pay and you support them, and one of the biggest causes of divorce is sex. Well, why happen? It's a hoe. That's it. It's a hoe because you're not developing a relationship amongst each other, using that as a tool of love and affection. No, using it as a tool of manipulation. People don't like that, see. So there's a very fine line in being a supportive, loving, caring friend, as it were, and being a hoe. Which one are you? And these little girls learn it real quick. They do. Because they think all the boys in the world out there looking for this hole, and I can be a hoe, and I can make all this money. Well, guess what? COVID's kind of changing that, isn't it? This is what's amazing. A lot of men losing their jobs. And them girls out there, I need some money. Where's the man going to get the money? That means there's a whole lot of competition on the rich man. And the rich man's always got himself a hoe. Always got himself a hoe. 2, 3 hoes. See, the girls are going for the rich, but sometimes the rich ain't the best catch. Not really. But they're ignoring the little guy down here with a little support and a little attention, a little affection. This person can rise to a higher potential. And I've seen this as a teacher in schools. There's kids out there that are just potentially the leaders of the world, and everybody ignores them because, oh, they're not attractive enough. Oh, they come from a poor family. Oh, they're not the jock. Oh, they're not the bad boy. Oh, they don't like to play sports. Man, girls, you got the whole system wrong. I went to school with a bunch of nerds that couldn't get laid if they had $1 million. Well, they could if they had $1 million, but couldn't get attention. But they went after the jocks. Well, those that went after the jocks, I only know about 1 or 2 that's happy. Seriously. The rest of them are divorced, gone, got kids, life's all messed up. Those three nerds I was talking about, one of them is a millionaire today. One of them went into high-tech industry. One of them owns his own newspaper services, and he's converted that to digital. I'm telling you, look at the people who have the most potential for the income in the future, because when they're young, they're focused on a future. They're focused on a career. They're not necessarily focused on just going out there and sticking it in every doorknob that comes around. So, girls, you got to get perspective in there. If you're not a hoe, quit asking for money. If the guy really likes you, he's going to help you because he wants to. Or he's going to try to. And if he can't, and you really care, you should be supporting him because you know it's not easy in today's environment. In today's environment, it's not easy. And older guys, we're not stupid. A girl comes up and says, "Hi, how are you?" And she wants to be all friendly. "Oh, I like older men." Yeah, you like older men's income because you think they're retired and they got money coming in. Girl, that's a hoe. That's a hoe. You got to decide. Are you going to be a hoe or are you going to be a good girl? And I've even said this to girls a couple times. These girls that are working on campsites, they're online models. They're performing shows, but they're not doing it with guys. They're just making money, but they're not having sex for money. They're just putting on a show for money. Now, I think that's more of a modeling thing. It is not a prostitution sales things. And you're not paying for sex because you're not there getting sex. You're paying for the time to observe and to chat, interact with this person. Why are these things so popular? You gotta ask yourself that. Girls in that line of business are real chatty, real nice, real personable. They don't feel threatened because they can't can't just knock on the door and there you are. There's a lot of security in that. And there's a lot of money in that. But I've got a lot of girls here when I've asked them, "Have you ever thought about just doing modeling?" "Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. I don't want people to know I do that." They know you're out here being a hoe. They know you out there making money off that hoe. Why you out there telling me you don't want people to know you're a model and you ain't even getting that no hoe? You see, it's perspective. Everybody in town knows she's a hoe. Everybody of her friends knows she's a hoe. Everybody's had her knows she's a hoe, but she doesn't want to go online and just do a few modeling jobs because everybody would know she's out there. You see, it doesn't make sense to me. Guys will spend a fortune. Don't have a job. Don't have any food in the refrigerator. Don't have nothing. And yet, they're out there paying that money. And this is going to happen. It's going to continue to happen. It's not going to stop. And the girls online modeling make a whole lot more money just showing up working a few hours a day than sitting there trying to hustle all day. And it's safer. They don't have to worry about diseases. Don't have to worry about being beaten or anything like that. So you have to be aware of these things. Girls, decide what you are. Are you a good person, a good loving girl that just enjoys her sexuality, that enjoys being with the man with no strings, just enjoys life for what it really is? Or are you out there being a hoe, manipulation, getting money, being greedy, trying to take everything you can and then disappearing in the dark? You have to decide that for yourself. You got to decide that for yourself. Well, anyways, just commentary, a little discussion all of us guys are having. Thought I'd pass that on to you ladies. Just decide, find out right now, because I guarantee you, once the guys know that all you are is a hoe, they ain't gonna have nothing to do with you. Nuh-uh. Unless you're good looking and you finally hook into that rich man, but the rich man already knows you're a hoe. He ain't serious about you. He just out there paying to get that hoe out of hoe. You see what I'm talking about? Now, poor man will take care of you. He wants to have you. He wants to keep you. He wants to have a relationship with you. But that rich man, and he get tired of you, he go get another one. You got to think about that, girl. You got to think about the long road. That consistent security. It's not always in money that you're going to find it. Anyway, decide what you're going to be. Make sure, and then get out there and be what you want.